Hello, good morning. Happy Friday. Thank you so much for joining me for another Saints and Angels Oracle deck reading for our week to come. Today is October 17th, 2025, and we are at our third Friday in October under our dual theme of the Four of Swords and the Hermit. So welcome, and I hope your month has been as clarifying and as course correcting as mine has been. It's a wonderful, for me, it's a wonderful time of year to also have these themes introduced and brought forth to work on and to think on, because they reflect sort of the mood and the tone that I'm in with the shifting of the seasons. Where I live in the northern hemisphere, we're coming into winter, and it's very much a time to sort of turn inwards, to recluse, to go over your resources, to check out all of your foundations and your those fundamental things, and to see where they're at, to gauge them, to test them, make sure that they are, ready to endure for a little while, right? So whether you're where I am in the world or not, it's a good time for inward assessments, for looking at your own morals and ethics, those ideologies that you stand by, and asking yourself, what is to you worth carrying on? What is to you worth teaching? What to you is worth a hermetic life? Where do you find that inner peace, that isolation from the rest of the world, where you could be so wrapped up and entertained and intrigued and needed, and motivated to do work in a certain angle, and really dive into that? Because a lot of times people think of the hermit and they think of mystics or wizards or these people out in the forest who are super connected with nature. You might think of a medicine man or a shaman type of energy, but the hermit in itself could be very academically focused. It could be skill driven, trade, so to speak. It doesn't have to be in these sort of immediate recognition points. There's all types of avenues and angles that we can see hermetic roles being taken up and being used and being very beneficial. So if you are still thinking about that, it's not meshing with you, or perhaps you're thinking, oh, a hermit needs to be somebody out in the woods where nobody ever goes to them, or they go to them for this kind of esoteric, kind of occult only areas, and that's not your thing. It's not always the thing, so don't feel like you have to become something that you're not either. It's really about going inwards and shining those swords, the four swords, really, getting yourself prepared for whatever it is that you're good at doing, right? So anyways, those are our dual themes for what we've been working through so far this month, and now we've got 2 Fridays left, I believe. Yeah, because next Friday will be the 24th, so we'll have one more Friday, I think. Halloween is a Friday. We have a long month, actually. 5 Friday month. Cool. Okay, so we're in the middle. We're like pretty much in the middle. Thanks for working out the math problem with me live here. I should have probably done that before I turned the camera on, but whatever. Here we are, smack dab in the middle of our lessons in our month. So what a good time for a review, for sort of a check-in, for sort of clarifications and tweaks, tailor fittings, to know that if what has been looking like through the first half of the month is things not meeting, misconnections and things, or trying to cookie cutter yourself into something that doesn't feel correct, this can be a good refresh middle of the week to really look at those other kind of angles that I just brought up. Okay, so enough talking about the themes and things to come. Let's get down to business of why we're here, right? I'm going to lead us on a quick little meditation just to drop into our heart centers, to get our mind, body, and spirit aligned nicely so that we can be a good, gracious audience to receive the messages from the card. That's, one of my most important aspects when I personally engage in spiritual divination, that it is God connected, that it is source driven, and that it is something that we sit down holistically together as a contribution and as a reciprocation too. So there's a give and a take here, and that's what I really like to encourage, especially with anything like divination, because it can get very highly self-centered and ego confirming, sort of. So just to encourage anyone who might be new to my channel and who doesn't know sort of my whole background and maybe hasn't seen videos that I've done in the past about pop tarot or about what spiritual divination really is, I just wanted to give a little bit of a refresher, just a little bit of a touch ground there to know that I do look at it a little bit differently than some. If you're interested in those kind of things, to hear me talk about that kind of stuff, you can totally find a ton of videos on that on my old channel, A. Marie Speaks, the original. I'll put some links in the description if I remember, or perhaps in the comments if you're finding this on BitChute, if you're interested in those older videos, because they can be hard to find. If you're on BitChute, the search is pretty good. You could put A. Marie Speaks, Pop Tarot, or Spiritual Divination, and the search will be really good. You'll probably find the videos. But on YouTube, you probably will not. It's just the way that the search algorithm goes. It's terrible. For people who don't pay into their schemes. I don't have a paid platform. I don't have a premium memberships or do any of that kind of stuff. It's not my jam. So I'm not boosted up in the searches or anything like that. I'm kind of shadow hid. But that's why a lot of times I like to leave links so people can just find it really quickly. Anyways, let's get down to business. Like I said already, I'm going to lead us on a little meditation. I will close my eyes. It's not hypnosis, and so if you're doing something else, you can drive or do the dishes or whatever. Point being, we're becoming more conscientious in our bodies, in our place in space, wherever we're at, and preparing by detaching from distractions and assumptions and expectations and stuff, and just kind of dropping into the moment so that we're a fresh, clean, open page when we listen to the cards. So I'm going to close my eyes down, and you're welcome to as well, to get comfortable in your seat and take a few centering breaths, relaxing the eyes, the face, the forehead. Taking a few breaths on your own time. Quieting down the mind, hitting that pause button, the lunch break bell, clocking out for a few, dropping down into the now moment, shedding the past, letting go of anything that's come up to this moment. See it like steps in the sand and the waves just coming and washing them away. It's a clean, clear beach now behind you. Letting the future rest where it is, not drawing it towards you in worry or excitement. Just standing where you are now. Let's build this beautiful beach scene. See yourself standing at the ocean or lake or river, wherever your favorite body of water is. See your feet standing in the surf on the riverside, just next to the water, looking out, seeing, hearing, smelling, all of those beautiful sensations. Let your feet sink into the ground below you as the waves or water lap over your feet. Breathing in that fresh air. Seeing where the sky and the ocean meet, that beautiful horizon line. Mirroring each other so beautifully. Maybe you can even hear the waves, the water, the wind in your breath. Taking a moment to feel gratitude, even just for this exploratory practice. Even if you're just sitting here with your eyes closed or watching the screen. If nothing is popping up behind your closed eyes, if this is more of an imagination, exploration, let it be. Let yourself be free from condemnation, from critiques, and let however the imagery and sensations appear to you be perfect, be just enough, just as they are. Let that acceptance seep in, mirror into your inner world, accepting how you are at this very moment. Grounding down into the world, to the earth, the sand, the mud, the rocks. Feeling at home, knowing you are of the same stuff, the same materials, molecules, the same energy, light and love. So feel at home where you are. Feel at home in your imagination, in your projections and creations. Feel at home in your body, in your physical space. Feel at home in your spirit, in your mind, in the very now of who you are, in this ever-present, present moment. Take in the sensations, sense the air quality around you. Feel the coolness of the air in the nostrils, in the lungs, the throat. Give thanks for this time, for the breath, for your heartbeat. For this practice. Let's turn the volume up on this gratitude by pulling in anything from the scene around you, from your back pocket, from the bottom of your heart, that little token, that person, that favorite food, smell, memory. Bring up anything that assists with appreciation, gratitude, thanksgiving, support, recognition. Allow that knowing of these things to solidify your knowing of your things, of who you are, of your place in space that you take up in the now moment. Appreciate it. Let the joy seep in. Happiness, bliss, peace. Soak it in like a sponge. Just like your feet have soaked into the ground in this beautiful surf. Just like your body is soaking in the air around you. Let yourself soak in the love and light. Let it fill you up to the top. And if you're worrying, feeling lack, confusion, lost, not enough, know, my dear friend, that you are enough. You can have some love from me, some appreciation, for I truly thank you from the bottom of my heart for taking time to listen to me, to do this practice, to sit here with us. You are felt, you are acknowledged, you are needed in this world. And I thank you for your contributions, for your energy, for I feel it, I accept it. It is much needed for me, and so I thank you for your offering. And I thank you for receiving mine. Feel free to start wiggling your fingers or toes. Bring your hands together in prayer at your heart. As we prepare to open our eyes, and I'll ring my bowl. Now I'll take out my deck. And we will thank our wonderful saints and angels, Source, God, Mother Earth, the fairies, elementals, all of those beings in spirit, our ancestors, the ascended masters. We thank you for your energy, for your guidance, for witnessing and observing our beautiful experience here. We feel your presence and thank you for your energy, for your light and wisdom. We ask if you could offer through these beautiful cards a message for us both individually and collectively here in the middle of our month, October 2025, under our wonderful dual themes of the Four of Swords and the Hermit. If you could offer us a guiding light, an anchor point, a support system, or railing for us to listen and look for throughout our week, we thank you. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Shuffle them. We have a repeat and a pop out. Oh, okay, I have two cards. I'm going with it, and it's on the first shuffle. I'm just very excited, I guess. We're going to go with this. And Confidence with St. Michael, we did just see in September, on September 5th, the first week in September, we had this card. Bringing it back, and it's going along with Retreat. So, what, a wonderful card to have as, almost, I will just say, these cards sort of speak about the Four of Swords with St. Michael here as a representation and a partner in that message. and retreat as a mirrored message of the hermit. Wow. I really love these together. Because one is so actionary and one is so sedative, you know, I'm going to, not sedimentary, but I'm thinking of the word sedate, to sit. Whatever. One asks us to do things, and the other is asking us to reflect, to retreat, to calm down, to look inwards. And so to have confidence in our retreats, and I'm thinking of this line I have that I love, I made a meme of, that says, a retreat inwards is never backing down. It's never a step backwards to retreat into yourself. So have confidence in whatever ways that you're called to, whether it's going on a retreat with others, in a kind of sense to a support system, whether it's an internal isolation. I think I might read just from the book, read Retreat really quickly. I did read Confidence with St. Michael in September. And so, well, let's read quickly. There's only 2 paragraphs anyways. Archangel Michael is with you, shoring up your confidence so that you can fearlessly face and even enjoy the task before you. This archangel is protecting you against negativity, helping you to remain optimistic and filled with faith, ensuring that only people and situations of high integrity come to you. Have confidence in God's power to keep you safe and secure. As you enter into a new phase of your life, it's natural to feel intimidated by change. You may worry whether you're prepared and qualified for what's ahead of you. Remember, though, that God won't bring you anything that you're unable to do. Heaven also ensures that you have a powerful companion, such as Archangel Michael, to help you in all ways. And retreat. This is a strong and clear message for you to go on a retreat as soon as possible. Your guardian angels want you to have some peace and quiet time because you need rest, rejuvenation, and regroup. Excuse me, I read that wrong, but it says you need to rest, rejuvenate, and regroup. Your time apart will refresh you and recharge your batteries. You'll gain new insights and the answers you seek, as well as develop a better understanding of the direction you need to go in and which steps to take next. Give this need for a retreat to your angels, and they'll orchestrate all the details. They'll ensure that you have the time, money, and other support you need for a wonderful experience. Trust that the location they send to you is ideal for you. This is a blessing for you and your loved ones, as it will help you be happier and healthier. It's not selfish to take time for yourself in this way. It's an investment in your well-being and a gift to your family. Go on a retreat without delay. And what I will mention, of course, is that although they do say it's so great to go somewhere physically, and it can always happen, and no matter what you think your constraints are or your limitations are, you never leave room for unexpected miracles, of course. Don't leave room. Always leave room for them. My tongue is tied this morning. But it could also be, create a retreat for yourself. And I'm even thinking of someone like myself who, I live and work at the same place. I have to homeschool my children. I have a very full schedule kind of every day, no matter if it's a weekday or a weekend. But I know for myself, I can create a retreat-like experience for myself in my own bedroom by, and I do this, for a time for meditation, time to chill out, time take a break throughout my day, put on lovely music, put on a candle that I love the smell of, or an incense, have a beautiful cup of tea, or sometimes coffee if it's the time of day for me. Something that feels like self-soothing. It feels like taking care of yourself. It feels comforting. Give yourself a half an hour. Give yourself an hour, 20 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever is a reasonable capacity that you need. Take it. Allow yourself to have it. And there's no wrong sense of saying, even to children, even to loved ones who take on who you take on as a caregiver. Just say, I'm taking some time for myself here. Please don't bother me for 15 minutes. Please, could I have a half an hour? Or if you have really young ones like babies, while the baby's napping, have your private time to yourself. Don't say, oh, he's napping, I have X, Y, and Z, I have to do this, I have to clean, I have to have all these things, other things done. Those things will be there for you. Don't worry. The dishes will still be there. You'll have to still go get groceries or go to the post office, But you really can do those things at any time. The rest, retreat, relaxation actually empowers and improves the mind state, your spirit state, while you go to do those errands, while you go to serve another, or in some other kind of way or capacity, or do your job, or whatever it is, So give yourself those moments and make it a point to, without feeling guilty or restricted and or limited in those kind of ways. All right, that's yeah, and I mean, to pair it with confidence is like, don't feel bad. Don't feel any other way other than confident in, this is something that's good for me. This is going to benefit holistically my day, my family, my job, whatever you're a part of, your community, because you'll be able to put your best foot forward after that quiet retreat, after that peaceful moments of rest and rejuvenation. So, yeah, that's it. Wonderful messages for the middle of the month, to take a break, to get ready for the next 2 Fridays to come, So, yeah, wonderful messages. Thanks for being here this morning. Hope I'll see you next Friday. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Friday, or whatever day it is if you're catching me on a different day. I hope it's wonderful. Have a beautiful weekend, and I'll see you next week.